At this time, I want to ask everyone to turn their attention to the southeast corner of the courthouse lawn, and we will begin our ceremony here to dedicate the Alexander Memorial.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. That was fairly hearty. Good morning. Friends and residents, patriots and family, welcome to this historic day for Monroe County. I'm Monroe County Commissioner Julie Thomas, joined today by Monroe County Commissioner Penny Giffens. Commissioner Jones is out of town at a family wedding and sends her regrets. Today we have the privilege of dedicating this beautiful monument that has stood on this corner since 1928. But first we will begin with the presentation of the flag. Please stand. This is the Monroe County Veterans Honor Guard, Commander Butch Deniston.
Well, hey!
Thank you so much. Next we will have Greg Crone singing our national anthem.
Present.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order. Oh!
Thank you so much, Greg Crone and the Monroe County Veterans Honor Guard, commanded by Butch Deniston. Thank you.
Right. Hey! Forward. Huh.
We'd now like to ask you to join us in a moment of silence to thank those who have served our nation. Thank you so much. Please be seated. This memorial that has stood on this corner since 1928 honors a Bloomington native who was also a captain for the Union Army in the Civil War. His name, William M. Alexander. July 4th is a perfect day to thank and acknowledge all of our military service members, men and women who have protected us in the past, protect us today, and will continue to protect us into the future. Please rise or wave if you are an active service member or a veteran so we can recognize you. Amazing. Thank you so much for your service. The Alexander Memorial has stood watch over a growing and changing community. It has remained a constant while change occurs all around it. This 35-foot monument serves to remind us that those in the military do their work because they love this country and they desire to protect each of us. It was this reason that led so many in this community to heed the call to improve, preserve, and restore this nearly 100-year-old monument. The unveiling that you're about to witness is a result of the dedication of so many people. In just a moment, we'll have two of these contributors share why and how they got involved, Debbie Reed and Mary Elftman. Their bios are in the program, but it's worth noting that these women have served our community for decades, and their commitment to the preservation of our history positively impacted this project. Before they speak, allow me to take just a moment to thank everyone who helped make the restoration possible. There are way too many names to list them all, verbally or even in our program, but every one of you who helped out is listed on the credits of our beautiful Alexander Memorial video, which you can find through the Commissioner's Facebook page. And here are some of the ways people helped. The Alexander Memorial Committee, historical assistance, artist review of panels, the Indiana Division of Historic Preservation and Archaeology, stone fabricators, limestone quarries, stone quarry slabbing and hauling, masons, 3D modelers, coloring book artists and sponsors, those who wrote letters of support, and everyone who provided financial assistance and donations. We are so grateful for your contributions, and it's too bad that we don't have time to name everybody. So next we will hear from Ms. Debbie Reed from Reed Quarries, who is going to tell her story, and she'll be followed by Mary Elfman.
Thank you. Good morning. Have a little competition, but we're going to prevail. Yes. It's an honor, an unbelievable honor to be standing in front of all of you today. Not just because they picked me to represent the Indiana limestone industry, but as one who appreciates everyone who has served and everyone who's serving right now. After years of seeing the Alexander Memorial deteriorate due to a combination of vandalism and cleaning chemicals too harsh for the limestone, the members of the Indiana limestone industry, we knew we had to act. This monument was made from stone quarried and fabricated in our own backyard, and we're very proud of that. Yes. We had stone companies in Lawrence County and Owen County who chipped in, helped, and we're very, very grateful. That's what happens in Indiana. Neighbors help neighbors. What you see today, if you can imagine this, came from a solid wall, 800 feet long, 60 feet high, and 100 feet wide. How would you like to face that every Monday morning? That's what we do. And it was, then the stone was carefully quarried, it was slabbed, it was transported, cut, and then carved into these beautiful 12-inch panels that you see today. When I say, and Ms. Thomas, when we say it was a group effort, we weren't exaggerating. We had limestone quarries, we had mills, we had architects, we had stonemasons, we had semi-truck drivers, and with Todd Schnatzmeyer from the Indiana Limestone Institute acting as the project coordinator as far as the stone was concerned. It all came together. We had the Alexander Memorial Committee. We had the DAR, the DNR. We had school children. Just like Miss Thomas, the list is unbelievable. The list is too long to mention everybody today, but we're grateful. Monroe County is grateful for everything that all of you did. On a personal note, many people are tied to myself and my husband, and that's another reason why we wanted to help out. My father-in-law, Ted Reed, a young Monroe County kid, 20 years old, 6'2", and he was a tail gunner in the Pacific Theater. His brother, at the same time, was in the European Theater. His plane was shot down. The Nazis captured him. He was a prisoner of war. He had a terrible bad leg. And then guess what happened? The Allies, guys and gals just like you here today, came to the rescue and got him home. My Uncle Roger, yes, thank you. My Uncle Roger was fighting in the Pacific, New Guinea. He came home with malaria that affected him the rest of his life. My Uncle Paul was stationed in Pearl Harbor when Pearl Harbor was all but blown off the map. My uncle never, ever, ever spoke of the war. Frank Dobson, World War I, mustard gas. George Reed, a captain in Europe. Bobby Brown, my high school classmate, BHS. Bobby graduated from West Point. He served a short time in Vietnam. He stepped on a landmine, and his short life was over. Korea, Iraq, Afghanistan, all of you, we haven't forgotten you. My sixth great-grandfather served in the Revolutionary War. That's why we're here today celebrating our freedom. July 4th was chosen to rededicate the Alexander Memorial to say thank you, thank you, thank you to our armed services for your courage, your bravery, and your protection. Monroe County is forever grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. What a legacy of service. Next we have Ms. Mary Elftman. Shade here so that's okay. Speak right into the mic. Bring it right up to your mouth. I don't have cover.
Good morning. My name is Mary Elfman. I am a veteran. Proud to have served. Well, that's harder than you think to get that out. I'm glad you're all here today. I'm going to keep my remarks brief because, as John Cease noted, that cannon is pointed directly at me. Just saying. I'm going to give you a brief history of this memorial and how it came to be. Williamson Martin Alexander was a Civil War veteran, a blacksmith, a farmer, and a deputy sheriff for Monroe County. Williamson Alexander enlisted in the 18th Volunteers in 1861 and served until the end of the war in 1865. The experience of war and what he saw there led him to leave a large part of his estate to erect the memorial standing here today. He was released from service as a captain. Having no children or heirs, Captain Alexander directed that his estate be reduced to cash and added to a fund for the Alexander Memorial Monument. The original monument was erected with $15,000. I'd like to tell you that it cost a little bit more than that to restore it. He also requested that all veterans and friends of such soldiers contribute to the fund. And as usual, in the Monroe County community, came together and provided the funding necessary. The final memorial was completed and dedicated on June 9th, 1928. Over the past nearly 100 years, there have been numerous attempts to clean and repair the memorial. Weather, improper cleaning, and intentional damage brought the memorial to the horrible condition it was in before we started this undertaking. Then in 2015, the Daughters of the American Revolution began researching the veterans of Monroe County. Miss Christine Eicholt Friesel, Miss April Legler, Miss Cheryl Vanderstill joined with various veterans organizations and the Monroe County Board of Commissioners to begin the process of restoring the Alexander Memorial. In January 2018, a committee was formed to develop a plan to restore this memorial as a symbol for all those who have selflessly served our nation and preserve it for future generations. So now, after over 10 years, we can proudly stand before this fully restored memorial that is dedicated to the soldiers of all wars. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I just want to note, for those of you who are joining us today, that we have City Council President Susan Sandberg and a number of county councilors joining us today: Jennifer Crossley, Cheryl Munson, Trent Deckard, Jeff McKim, and Peter Iverson. So thank you all for being here today. And a huge thank you to Ms. Reed and Ms. Elfman, who really are dedicated to this community and historic preservation in the highest order. We cannot thank them enough for sharing their insights today. Now the moment we were waiting for, right? The unveiling. The wind is trying to unveil, but we are going to get to it first. We've asked a handful of veterans to help us in the unveiling of this newly restored memorial. We want to also, we will be thanking some individuals as well with a token of gratitude. But if we could have our veterans come up and assist and get in position, we will be ready for the unveiling. We have Michael Whitaker, Coast Guard active, Ronald English, Marines and Army, retired, Kevin Busey, Army, retired, Stephen Miller, Air Force, retired. He's also our Veterans Service Officer from Monroe County. Isaac Venzel, Merchant Marines active. Dewey Joe Hardin, Navy of the Vietnam era. And we, in honor of Herbert E. Ray, a naval veteran from World War II. He is home resting comfortably, could not make the trip today across town. We have his daughter, Suzanne Hardin, holding his picture, but she is here to represent him. And thank you all so much. Could we get from the band a drum roll, please? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unveil it. Thank you so much. What a magical moment and what a beautiful monument. I hope you all have the opportunity to come by and look at it. We also will have on display in the courthouse the previous panels. We are handing out bicentennial coins to those of us, to those who helped us today with the unveiling of our veterans and active duty members of the service. Thank you so much, Commissioner Giffens, and thank you all for what you've done for your country and for being here today as well. Thank you. We do have a number of key people listed in our program that we wish to thank. We have both a certificate and a coin for each of them. This is the bicentennial coin. Commissioner Giffens is going to help us out with this today. So if you would come up to the table when I call you. Mary Elftman, please join. John Seast.
Could you mention the corner piece? The blank one? And let them know we're still looking for a picture?
Okay. Andrew Douglas from Wells Masonry. And Debbie Reed from Reed Quarries. Donovan Garlitz from Indiana Limestone Fabricators.
Thank you very much. Oh, no, it was, thank you. It was an honor being part of this.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we have Cheryl Munson, who provided great technical assistance for us throughout this entire process. Thank you again to all of our veterans and all of our active service members. Thank you all for joining us today, and thank you for being part of this celebration. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we're grateful for everyone's contributions. Enjoy the parade and enjoy the rest of your 4th of July. Thank you.